So I've never been here before, and it's like I want to see all of it. The further I go, just the more pretty it gets. I think I'm gonna keep going. I want to see what's over the next bend, you know? Okay, so it's currently 4 o'clock in the morning. In my last video, I said I wanted to be better about getting up early to go hit the fishing spots. So here we are now. Got an hour drive ahead of me. There's nobody else here. I'm only whispering because that's what people do in videos to portray when it's really early in the morning. So all right, we're here. Glad to see I'm the first one here. It's still a little dark, but we got here kind of around the time that I wanted to be here. So gonna take my time getting rigged up a little bit. It's a little chilly at the moment, but hopefully when the sun starts coming out, actually, who knows, it may be cloudy today. I did not check the forecast, so we'll see. I'm so indecisive right now. I've never been here before, and it's like I want to see all of it. The further I go, just the more pretty it gets. And I'm sure I could drop into any one of these spots and there's gonna be fish. I've already seen fish from up here on the ridge, on the trail. I think I'm gonna keep going. I just like, I wanna see what's over the next bend, you know? Just keeps going. I'm like maybe halfway down the trail. I've been going for a while, but I'm definitely choosing go the extra mile, so I'm gonna keep going. So let's see, where am I on my maps? Okay, I'm kind of over the halfway point now. I'm gonna keep going. This place is beautiful. So I get to a point like this and I really think I'm gonna stop and fish. But every time I just decide to keep going, I turn the bend and it just keeps getting better. So it's like, I don't know if I'm ever gonna stop and fish. It's like I'm here for the hike, I guess. That's part of being somewhere I've never been before. See, I'm gonna come back here next time and I'm gonna know what's around every bend. And then I'll know what to judge against. So I think that's why I keep going. It's because it's like I wanna see all of it. Or as much of it as I possibly can, so. But on that note, I think I'm gonna keep going. I think I just gotta keep going. Such a good looking spot, but I fear that I'm gonna regret it if I don't keep going. Are all my video clips just gonna be this? I mean, this is fine. Me talking about just keep going, I feel like that could get redundant every time I just turn a corner. This is what exploration for me looks like. I want to see it. All right, I'm now closer to the opposite trailhead. So I know at this point, I can look at my map. I know I've got to this point before, so I think next time I come up here, maybe I'll start at that other one. And then, you know, I could see the rest of this river, but I think I've seen so much water now. Lots of fishy water. I can't wait to get out there and start doing that. So here's something funny I didn't think about, but I might run into this. So I got here super early as to not like run into people. The last thing I want to do is high hole somebody or be high holed. So I wanted to get here super early and get far up the trail. Now, I think there's so much water that I probably shouldn't have to worry about that. However, I got there super early. I was under the impression that not a whole lot of people were gonna show up early. There was one other truck that showed up, and those guys were ready to go. I had been there for just a little bit and I was slowly kind of rigging up. As soon as they got there, I saw they already had poles put together. I was like, oh, I gotta go. Like, I had never been here before. I just wanted to like scope out all the water. My assumption is that people get here early so that way they could get the spots closer to the parking lot, and I just went all the way up. I assume that people probably come this far up when all the spots downstream get taken. I have taken it to the extreme. I just wanted to see all the spots. I try to be courteous, and I want people to be courteous to me. So I'm like, you know, I know a lot of people come out here to get away from people. That's not necessarily my goal. Like, I like talking to people. I like being social. But now for this, I'm like, this is good. I do like some solitude. I'm out here on a river by myself. I'm pretty far out here. Do I want a Euro nymph, or do I want to just indicator fish? That is the question I'm having a very hard time deciding. I got all day. I think I'm gonna start Euro nymphing. I got a new line for my 5-weight and I really want to fish it, but I haven't Euro nymphed in a hot minute, so. Another thing I forgot today, because I rushed out here, was the clip-ons for these, so I don't have polarized glass. Fortunately, it's kind of cloudy. We're gonna get after it. Let's see if we can do something. Am I fishing smart? And by smart, I mean, have I checked the water, the temps, the seine for the bugs? No. No, I'm just very eager to get a fly in the water, so I tied on something I think should probably work. I don't know, we'll find out. Time to start fishing a little smarter. Okay, so to be completely honest, I wasn't taking the Euro nymphing very seriously. I just kind of throwing stuff that I like throwing just to see. And then I realized I didn't bring any indicators, because I was thinking, oh yeah, I'm just going to switch to my fly rod, and I want to fish it because I've got a new line on it. But I just realized, again, in a hurry to get out here this morning, I forgot my indicators. So, and that's kind of twice in a row that this happened to me now, so. I mean, I can still fish a dropper rig, but it's just not as effective. You know, I love the adjustability. Hoping to get on a fish soon. I think I'm going to move from this spot. So. I don't know that I'm ready to give up the Euro stuff, but I definitely would be having a lot more fun using an indicator, maybe a hopper dropper. I'm going to move down a little bit, try to find a hole that might be more suitable. I'm still figuring it out with the Euros thing. But I'm about halfway through this video because this camera has got 2% battery left, so I'm about to have to switch the battery. But man, just look at this. I mean, even if I didn't catch a fish today, I would still be happy with this trip just being out here, but for the sake of the video, I really want to catch a fish. So, got to change the battery in this thing. Got to re-rig this. It's a good morning. Let's give it another try. We're re-rigged now. Just spent some time really thinking about how I'm fishing this. The wind is killing me. I might have to call this the Euro nymphing in hard mode challenge. I'm Euro nymphing because I don't have indicators, and it is windy as frick out here. So I'm just super windy. Oh, and I got no sunglasses, so. Getting tired of fighting the wind. I might just switch to like a hopper dropper, because I think I'm gonna be retying and stuff a bunch more, but that's fine. I'd rather be doing that than this. Super nice. Thanks to Alex, who I met on the river. He gave me some indicators, so we're in business now. Alright, day's starting to heat up. Got switched over to my actual 5-weight, brand new line. Yeah, I met that guy, he gave me some indicators, so now we're gonna try doing this. Well, I'm discovering it gets busy here real quick in the evening on a Sunday. It was nice. I was the first one here this morning. But now it's like every bend there's somebody, and I'm like kind of surprised, because I'm like, it wasn't a huge parking lot. But we're gonna try this little ripple here. See if we can't catch nothing. Alright, I can't even believe I've gone this far without doing this, but I'm kind of tired of not knowing what bug to tie on, so we're going to go ahead and seine the water. Get my net out for the first time today. Here's one that we pulled out. It's a big scud. I mean, that's a big scud right there. And these guys are some tiny little like pheasant tail nymph, like mayfly nymph patterns. Where are you guys at? There we are. Some little guys. So we'll tie on something that looks kind of similar to that. Alright. Now we are quote unquote fishing smart. I've got a little pheasant tail, a little scud, And then this is just a tungsten attractor fly, so let's see if this works. Yeah, that's where the fish should be. The presentation's not perfect. Let's get a couple more tries in there. That's like perfect. That should be it. That should be a fish. Finally had a take, and I felt it, and it ripped off my indicator. Oh my gosh. I can't believe it. The first fish of the day. And it takes my indicator. Alright. The case is dead for these, so I've got like 89% left. And then it's just this thing. So far, I've lost one fish for the whole morning. Oh man, it's getting windy again. Oh, okay. So Alex, the guy who gave me the indicators, he told me there's supposed to be a pretty gnarly storm rolling in at 2, which is in roughly 20 minutes. At first, I was like, yeah, I don't know. But now it's like really getting very windy. And yeah, I might believe him actually. He also said it gets way better in the evening down here, so I may go back. I'm gonna pack up this stuff and then come back later, maybe have some lunch or something. I don't know if I'm gonna get back in 20 minutes, but I don't know. If I book it, maybe I can. Wind is becoming unfishable. So that's kind of why I'm thinking maybe it's a good idea to pack up and go and then come back later this evening. So it's crazy out here. Wow. Gosh, this is beautiful. River to the right. Got crazy rocks up here. Just love this. It is now 6:20 p.m. I went back to the van. That's part of the convenience of having all of this here is I took a very rejuvenating nap, 3-hour nap. I needed it. It was my own bed here at the trailhead. And in that time, I think most of the fly fishermen have left. A lot of the spots have opened up. And, you know, we may have just a couple hours of fishing, but I may end up walking back in the dark a little bit. Hence the light. Very light. No cameras or glasses, just my phone, which has like 28%, so yeah, going in light, going in fast. We got a mission. I just want to catch one fish. Just one fish is all I need. Please. I don't want this to be a video about getting skunked, which it might be. Finally, after a whole day fishing, no leaving. All right, So one fish for the whole day, you know, is better than no fish. I am glad I came out here the second time. Boost my confidence just a little bit. Still learning how to fish this river. This is my first time out here, so I did a lot of exploring. I think I learned my lesson. I don't need to hike as far up. I think I would start closer to the trailhead and then kind of work my way up next time. It's kind of a lesson I'm coming to. Also, I think the time that I was taking a nap at was like prime time down here. I talked to a guy on the way up and was asking what he was catching on. He said that they were eating on top, which I'm like, that's not the report that I've heard here, because everybody was saying use like an indicator and nymph rig, which is what I caught my fish on. But he said, yeah, they're eating on top and RS2s, and I'm like, oh, sweet. I'm like, I think I just kind of missed that like peak evening time, but I just went so hard this morning hiking super deep in here, and then by the time I turned around and started fishing downward, it was like all the spots were getting filled up. So also I try to avoid coming here on a weekend. I think that'll also help. Yeah, start down here, fish my way up. We're finding spots that I like for sure. I almost forgot to mention that after I landed that other fish, I hooked into another fish, and I honestly thought that I was snagged because I lifted up the rod and it was just so heavy. I was thinking, oh my gosh, I'm like snagged on something. But then it started fighting and I was like, no freaking way. And then it snapped me off and I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. So that was kind of sad, but good timing to end the video. My phone's at 15%. All my cameras died, so I think I know maybe how to do like packing for videos and stuff like this better. I'm gonna do that all the night before. I tried to do that this time, but with no luck. So I guess this is the end of the video. You're gonna witness on this channel me adapt to the higher elevation coming from like Missouri and Texas elevation up here. So this is the beginning, and then I'm sure I'll not be so out of breath later. But thanks for watching. You know you get the shindig, so I want to explain it to you. Really appreciate you watching and coming along. It makes these trips fun because like I have the camera to talk to. So I like making these. So have a good one. Tight lines. See you later.